and let's get into the match. So it is time for Dead Monster versus Moxie now. This should be pretty interesting. I was already excited to watch this when they both agreed to play, because these are two players that I really enjoy casting. Dead Monster, such a great 1v1 series player, very good at adapting to his opponents, and he's really starting to integrate the aerial game into his offensive arsenal. And Moxie, currently sitting at rank 1, the only player over 1800 in the leaderboard right now. What a beast. What an absolute monster that guy is. Now you'll also see that I've got a logo on my stream today, and if you're wondering what that logo is about, what is Danone or Dan1, I'm not actually sure how it's pronounced, to be honest, because I'm really dumb. But I'm really excited about that logo because they have partnered up with Nice Cactus to run a 1v1 tournament for 10 to 15 year olds, and if you use the !Danone command, you'll be able to click a link where you can go learn all about that tournament. The short version of it is that there's a chance to win a trip to Paris to meet a bunch of very famous ambassadors there, including Fairy Peak, but also some professional football players. Really, really cool opportunity for the younger players in the professional Rocket League scene. Obviously, those who are 15 will have the chance to actually be a pro player, because you can play pro when you're 15 in 3v3, but I'm very curious to see what other players who are not yet 15 are going to get involved in that. Super cool to see this opportunity coming up for the youngsters in the scene. To definitely check it out. Send it to all of the 10 to 15 year old Rocket League legends that you all know about. But yes, Moxie, I believe, is too old for this. Shame, because he's already in France. He's already there. I'm pretty sure he's older than 15. I wasn't sure when I first casted him. I just assumed he would be 14 or something, because he was crazy good. I was thinking, okay, this guy's ridiculously mechanical. He's insane at the game, and he's super high rated, but he's not a pro. He must be 14 or 13, but he's actually 15. Oh wait, that means he can play actually. No, sorry, I was in my head thinking if you're 15, or rather I was thinking, okay, if you can play RLCS, you can't play in this tournament. But actually there is that, of course, 15, the age 15, the do-it-all age. You can compete in the youngsters tournament and also RLCS. So he's, I guess, the golden age right now is 15 for Rocket League. But anyway, I said that this is a bit of a spicy matchup, and I'll tell you why now, because I reached out to both these guys to see if they wanted to play each other, and Dead Monster told me that he's not played Rocket League all day, but let's go. So respect to him, first of all. This is his, I think he'd warmed up in free play for like 5 or 10 minutes, and now he's here taking on the rank 1 player in the world. I mean, if that doesn't tell you about, Dead Monster and his always striving to take on the best players, then I don't know what will. But Moxie, when he heard that it was going to be Dead Monster he's playing, he said, oh no, Dead Monster's playstyle is the perfect counter to mine. And then he also said, but let's go, let's do it. So they were both, pretty, nervous. Maybe nervous is the wrong word, but definitely not 100% confident about this matchup, but still absolutely willing to give it a crack. So that's really cool to see. But already we are seeing Dead Monster find some success. And I'm wondering what exactly Moxie had in mind when he said that Dead Monster's playstyle counters his. If Dead Monster's already countering him in game 1, that's really bad news, because Dead Monster tends to get better and better throughout the series. A series of Rocket League, a best of 5, is like a fine wine. It just keeps getting better as it goes on. So if you're already losing to him in game 1, you might be in trouble. Love that recovery from Dead Monster. Dominating the midfield right now. But that bump from Moxie with a follow-through has him out of the game for a while. Moxie really didn't want to hit the near post with that shot. He's thinking, if I'm going to miss, it might as well be far post, because then at least it's not an easy counter-attack for DM. Dead Monster's challenges are absolutely top-notch in the midfield at the moment. He's not backing off all the time. He's not charging in all the time. He's mixing up his approaches with his fake challenges. Very, very difficult to read. And look at the recoveries again with these kind of... They're not half flips. Well, they are technically half flips because you're cancelling the flip, but you're not flipping straight back to get that. Dead Monster actually doing a bit of a diagonal flip backwards and then cancels it the same way you would half flip. and ends up kind of flipping at 90 degrees. It's something I'm sure a lot of you guys do in your own games. Look at Dead Monster's flicks as well. This is one of the fastest versions of DM we've ever seen, I reckon. No mods or prediction, by the way. Okay, I'll chuck a prediction up after this game. Just spam it after the game's over. Another tight angle shot from Moxie, and this time he's hit the near post, but a very glancing blow. So again, no counter-attack on for Dead Monster. At least not an open net counter-attack. That's what Moxie's most afraid of, but he will concede, even though he's there to defend it. I think that might be a bit of a mistake for Moxie. He's left the ball behind him, and yes, it's a tricky position to score from, but with Dead Monster's 50-50 game, mind games, and just all-around solid foundation that he's got for his 1v1 game, you don't want to give him any of these positions for free, at least not when you can face the ball. This is very impressive. I want to remind you guys, Moxie is currently rank 1, and he looked competitive. He's looked competitive in every single show match that I've casted on him, even though he's lost a couple. I think he lost to Drell, he lost to Reziers. So he's still, you know, trying to get that ranked play level into his show matches. And hey, Randy, how you doing? I remember the first time I casted Moxie, I was like, his movement is... I think it was because he was playing with a really stiff camera at the time, and I don't know, just some of the ways he was moving his car and spacing was pretty similar to yours back in the day. I'm not sure if you watched Moxie's first ever show match on my channel against Rally, but if you go back and watch it, Rani, you'll probably hear me say that. I was like, he's like Rani, but he's wave dashing everywhere. He's like Rani, but he won't stop moving. You'd agree with me. I'm glad that the man himself would agree. It's really interesting that you can spot those kind of things in 1v1, and look at this, Moxie with one extra touch that Dead Monster didn't see coming. Wow, he just keeps on flying after hitting it forward. Dead Monster thought that he was done making a play there. If you were 6 years younger, that's what it is, man. All these youngsters. Moxie again, wave dash recovery on the kickoff. That's open, but he's missed it. And Dead Monster covered a lot of the goal anyway, so it needed to be a perfect shot there. He had to drill that one far post top corner, or else Dead Monster was going to be there. He was on a bit of a spree there. You know, Moxie putting a couple of goals together. Still in with the chance to come back here. That's another free shot. Dead Monster saves it, but can he get a second save? Fakes the in and out, and it's off the bar for Moxie. Doesn't want to commit too hard here, but with this much time on the clock, or this little time on the clock, I should say, it's not like he has much of a choice. Moxie will lose game 1. That missed opportunity after the wave dash recovery kickoff is what really let this one get away from him. But at least he started to get a bit more success towards the end of that game. I think he'll be happier about that one. Alright guys, since you didn't get a prediction there, I'm not going to do a series prediction. I'm going to do a game prediction. Who wins game 2? Dead Monster or Moxie? You've got, I think, 30 seconds. So go, go, go. If you want to put your beans on who wins game 2. Now is the time. For me though, game 2. Who would I go for game 2? I'm going to say Moxie game 2. I think the end of that game he really improved. And he's looked pretty clean mechanically. I think the only problem he's had early in this game, or early in the series I should say, game 1, is getting space. Dead Monster's obviously not giving him much, but it's up to Moxie to earn it. You know, if your opponent's not going to give you space, you got to go get it for yourself. Whether that's by baiting challenges that are unfavorable. Oh, it was 10 seconds? Wait, how was it 10 seconds? Sorry about that, guys. Well, I didn't know you could do a 10-second bean prediction, but hopefully you all got in there. I'll do another one after this game. I'll do one every game. Maybe we'll think of something different for the next one. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Moxie looking like some plays from my own rank games. He's playing himself here. But you know, even though Moxie should save this, and will save that 99 times out of 100, maybe even more than that, it did illustrate one thing that can be quite awkward in Rocket League when you're shadowing, and that's when the ball's going directly over your head. It's a lot harder to time the touch to send it, well, off target, whether that's into the post or into the crossbar. So although Moxie's perfectly capable of making that save, because his timing's exceptional and he knows how to flick the ball as it passes him by so that it misses his goal, I wouldn't really recommend you guys, if that's something that you struggle with, if you realize that your shadowing often leads to you, what a recovery there by Moxie, by the way. If your shadowing often leads to you conceding or being awkwardly positioned, not really feeling like you know exactly what you're supposed to do when the ball's coming overhead like this, try and get a bit more of a side-on approach to the ball, a bit more of a side-on run-up, and you'll definitely have an easier time. That's like it's like a guideline that you want to follow if you're trying to improve at Rocket League from the lower ranks. Pros don't play Rocket League and they don't play competitive by the same rules that we all have to abide by when we don't have mechanics as good as they do. They break the rules and they play however which way they want to, really. It's a great shot by Moxie. Dead Monster missed the mid boost. But still, a lot to be done. Moxie didn't waste any time in doing it. I was actually really enjoying, I watched Sunless Can's video the other day of, ooh, Moxie just gets away from the demo. And not Sunless Can's video about that, but Sunless Can's video about, didn't he like find a bunch of low-rated players who say they can do advanced mechanics? And then he was challenging them to do those advanced mechanics. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, I was kind of like skipping through it, but it was so funny watching people say that they know how to speed flip and then they're just like side flipping or like front flipping or something, or like diagonal flipping, and they're like, just all they're doing is like diagonal flipping and holding boost. They're like, yeah, I can speed flip. I'm like, what is this guy doing? How does he look at that on his own screen and think that he's speed flipping? Like, what is this guy on? It's really, really funny. One kid could speed flip. Really? One of them actually managed it? I'll be honest, I can only speed flip on one direction. I can speed flip, which way is it? I can speed flip to the right, but not to the left, I think. Let me think. Yeah, I can speed flip to the right, but not to the left. I had to think about that. I like actually put my hands down, like muscle memory to speed flip to see which way I'm flipping. Yeah, one of them I can do, one of them I can't do. Well, the other one I can do it, but not reliably enough to actually, trust myself to do it. I can't do that one Dead Monster just did that way. It's a tough one. You don't need both. Yeah, you don't really need both. One is usually enough, but it's definitely helpful, and it is an advantage if you can do both. Just like it's usually an advantage if you can half flip in both directions, if you can diagonal flip in both directions comfortably. Like everything in Rocket League, if you can air roll both ways, it's always better to be able to do both, because although mostly the speed flip is quite a linear and straightforward thing in Rocket League, you do land slightly differently depending on which way you go, right or left. They are different, so sometimes it's better to speed flip to the left, sometimes it's better to speed flip to the right, especially if you're going towards a corner wall, for example. You definitely want to speed flip in the direction that's going to get your wheels to land in the right way, so you don't just crash into the wall. Dead Monster's tilted. I don't know if he's tilted, but this great comeback game here for Moxie. Often see this in Dead Monster games. He'll get figured out, but then he ones up his opponent and figures them out. So I could see this being a very back and forth series. I'd be surprised if Moxie just dominates from this point onwards. I don't think that's going to happen. Rattles couldn't speed flip at all? Wait, really? Surely Rattles can speed flip. No. There's no way Rattles isn't speed flipping. There's no way any pro is not speed flipping. It's so easy. Just go into free play and practice it for like 10 minutes and then you can speed flip. If you can diagonal flip, learning how to speed flip's so simple. Rattles wasn't until 2 weeks ago? You're joking. That's not serious, is it? There is no way that Rattles wasn't speed flip until two weeks ago. I can't believe this. Oh no. Okay, if Dead Monster wasn't tilted, he might be now, because that was definitely a bit of an annoying goal to concede. Ceiling pinch from Moxie. Should have been an easy possession for Dead Monster, but he let the ball bounce, and Moxie scored it easily. Moxie said you needed 2k hours to speed flip. If you can diagonal flip and you can air roll backwards, you can speed flip. Rettles you watched Appjack's videos to learn how to speed flip? I thought, I watched that video as well, but I was like, I don't know if it's as complicated as making it out to be, but I'm a keyboard mouse player, so it's different anyway. So I don't know. I've not tried it on controller, so maybe it's right. But KBM is pretty simple. You just do a diagonal flip and then you hold down on your keyboard, hold S. I'm KBM? Yeah, I'm KBM. Got 1600 in threes recently. KBM. Too easy. If any orgs are looking for a sub for the next season. Speed flips, flip cancel stuff is a lot easier in KBM. I know half flips is a lot easier. Flip cancel, definitely pretty easy on both, I would say. I don't think it's I think keyboard mouse half flip is easier for sure. But if you have directional air roll in a controller, it's the exact same thing. So neither one is easier than the other. But if you want to speed flip, I think KBM is... It's all muscle memory. If you think about it too much, you'll mess it up. So you've got to just do it off pure muscle memory. It's a lot more timing intensive, but I still think it's pretty easy though. It looks dead easy on controller though, I'll be honest. Because it's not possible. The thing about controllers, it's not actually possible to have both inputs pressed at the same time. Okay, Moxie was able to take that one. Let me throw up another prediction for you guys. I'll try and make it longer than 30 seconds. It was 30 seconds. I'll make it a 2-minute prediction. Will there be a flip reset goal this game? So it's a yes or no. Will there be a flip reset goal this game? And by flip reset, the reset has to be used. Flip reset mind game goals don't count. That's not a flip reset goal, that's a mind game. Like if you land on the ball, then you don't actually use your flip and the other guy just misses. That's a mind game. So let's see. See if we get one. This is a pretty 50-50 one usually. Pretty 50-50, depending on the players, but these guys haven't really been focusing on the aerial game too much, so I think we might get a lot of no's here, even though both players can score flip resets. I don't know if either of them are listening, but if they are, we might definitely see one. Nice shot coming in from Dead Monster, and he's not wrong. Moxie completely snipes the top corner from the edge of the box with a flick. Beautiful stuff. Either it happens or it doesn't. Exactly. Either it happens or it doesn't. Yeah, Moxie, one of the best flickers in the world right now for 1v1. Insane flicks and really consistent with them as well. Dead Monster has a flip reset on the ceiling. That doesn't count. We're talking about ball flip resets when we say flip reset. They're right. Well, what you just saw is what Dead Monster, or I mean Moxie failed to do in the last game, where he let the ball go over him by accident. Dead Monster just shows us how to time your touch, but right there you see that even he's wanting to come in with a bit of an angle when he's making these clears from overhead. The ball's coming over his head, he gets a bit of a side angle on it, makes it easier to clear. But with Moxie in the corner stealing his boost away and attacking him as early as that, still ends up losing a goal. I really want to drill that into the heads of anybody struggling to defend overhead clears, overhead shots. Wait a minute, where's Moxie? What? Where did he go here? Did he try and demo Dead Monster? He's really messed up the positioning here. Ah, he went for a boost steal. Okay, so he's probably thinking Dead Monster would dribble the ball into his own back corner, so he's looking to go one step ahead of him, steal the boost away, then probably get a demo or a bump from behind. But Dead Monster just turns around and shoots, so it wasn't the best idea for Moxie on that time. Back wall bump attempted by Dead Monster. Moxie didn't even have to try dodge it too much because Dead Monster didn't correctly predict where he would be waiting on the wall. Oh, Moxie with the wave dash shot. I love those wave dash shots where you can scoop underneath the ball and really send it flying. It's very difficult to see that shot coming. It looks exactly like just a fake pop or a fake jump from the defender's POV. Oh, waiting for that reset. Here's one. Dead Monster's got it, and he's looking good. Oh, he didn't actually have one. That really looked like he had a reset on that play, but I guess not, because he surely would have flipped. It made no sense to mind game that. There is a pretty disgusting wave dash shot, I believe, from Ruas I saw on Reddit recently. I can't remember who he was up against. Uh-oh. Moxie's made another blunder. Definitely the occasional misplay coming out of him today. We had the complete miss in the last game where he just let a goal go in that should never be going in at this level. And now he's misread a sidewell bounce from point blank range. Ended up out of his position on the wrong side of the ball. Now Dead Monster out of boost after the kickoff. Going to get bumped for his trouble. Moxie back in front. Very awkward position there for Dead Monster. Just landed with the ball behind him. Well, he did bean it. He was hoping the ball would go a bit further when he backflipped into it. The wave dash shot from Rapid and Wave Dash was disgusting. It's very appropriate that he landed it in Dazarin's Wave Dash tournament, but I didn't see that one actually. Don't think I saw the Rapid one. I was pretty busy that weekend the Wave Dash was on, so I didn't get a chance to watch much of it. Plus, it's NA, you know, I don't really watch the minor regions too much. I focus on the major regions like EU, Middle East, SAM. There's only so much Rocket League you can consume. Dead even in game 3. Dead Monster, the one who's turned this one around. And a convincing fake kickoff baits Moxie to concede possession. But he's coming right back for it, and that is on for the double. Somehow Dead Monster saved it, but oh, he had to go for a second touch as well. Was going in off the post now. Boost advantage for Moxie. Bump attempted. Doesn't quite work, but that one does. Tilting goal for Dead Monster. He's been bumped not once, but twice on the way in. Bumped into the net, bumped out of it. And he's down by 1 again. It is Moxie who's putting his nose in front repeatedly here. He's just going to take his time, Moxie. You know, he's getting advantages, and I love that little look around. So fast with his camera look around to see where Dead Monster is when he's dribbling. The Dead Monster has tied it again. Look at what he does after the demo. First touch, straight on target. The reason for that is he wants Moxie to need to challenge the second he spawns. He's also realizing that if Moxie spawned on the far side, then there's a pretty good chance that he can just score before Moxie gets there. So no time wasted. And now with a kickoff goal, Dead Monster's up by 1. See, I told you guys this wasn't going to be a series where Moxie just, as soon as he takes control, it's over. You see that from a lot of the best players, and you always think, you know, Moxie will be in that category because he's currently rank 1, but I don't think he's quite there yet. I don't think he's at the level where you can just take over a series. He's going to need to keep working for this one. Dead Monster, such a tough nut to crack. He got him on that one. Moxie sees the challenge coming, flicks it over him. We got exactly a minute to go. Completely even game. Dead Monster pre-flips, misses. But Moxie knew that there's a chance that Dead Monster might get that touch, so he didn't want to commit to this. I don't think Moxie's going to want to try and read the sidewall bounce from that range after the one that he missed earlier from far closer to the play. Dead Monster chases Moxie up onto the sidewall. Demo being threatened. Moxie back corner boost control. Dead Monster just trying to buy some time here for the mid boost to come back. There it is. And a rare miss flick from Moxie gives Dead Monster some time to breathe, but with 20 seconds left, it's still Moxie. He's got control of the play, and he's got Dead Monster in his sights. That's a better flick, but an equal save. Dead Monster knocking it into his own crossbar now. Moxie made the mistake he made earlier. He's not taking the ball to his back corner, and he's going to have to defend for a bit here. Luckily for him, Dead Monster's shot wasn't on target. It's hit the bar harmlessly, and Moxie's got one more shot on 0 seconds. Maybe even another one, not quite. Overtime game 3. Absolutely massive game. Another fake kickoff works for Dead Monster. He's really making these look convincing. Moxie charges in, threatening a demo. Dead Monster saw it coming. Moxie saving up a ton of boosts here. Does Dead Monster realise that Moxie's on 72? Is he going to overstay his welcome? See, Dead Monster's posturing as if he's up against a boost-starved opponent. Moxie's actually got some boosts left over. I don't know if Dead Monster was aware of that. Luckily for DM, it didn't set up nicely for Moxie to get a quick attack going. Speaking of, no respect on the challenge, Dead Monster just charges in. And he might be able to take this here. Oh, Moxie's going to guide the ball safely into the corner. Super tense OT here. Still no flip reset goal as well, it's worth mentioning. So if you were predicting one, you better hope the last goal to decide this game is a banger. Moxie accidentally flips away from the ball. Dead Monster building up some pace. Air double bump attempted and landed. And into the net she goes. Dead Monster takes it. But Moxie accidentally conceding possession a couple of times this game as he's trying to bring it back into his own half. That's not a forced mistake. He's just gone and done that of his own accord. You really can't afford to do this. You can't afford to leave the ball behind you when you're trying to take it into your own half. You see all the greats, Jorias, especially Jack and Khaled, they love to do that. Whenever they get the ball, even in the opposition half, you'll often see them just dribbling it into their own back corner and only turning around when it's safe to do so. Moxie keeps leaving the ball. A couple of games he's done that. Yeah, I didn't see a flip reset goal that game, so we're going to go and pay out those points. Start a new prediction. Let's see what we can do for this one. Let's do will we need game 5 is just a fancy way of saying who's going to win. Let's think about something else here. What else do you guys want to make a prediction on? What do you reckon? Type it in chat right now. I'm reading for a bit here while we watch Dead Monster score this open net. Open net miss. Ah, yeah, goal total. Will the total score be more than 12? Let's go for more than... Actually, let's do more than 11. Will the total score be more than 11? So that means both players' scores combined. For the record, I believe an average 1v1. Pretty sure an average 1v1 has more than 11. But these guys have been very careful and quite possession focused. A lot of long drawn out back and forth, so maybe in this matchup you don't want to be anticipating too many goals. Just something to think about. But we're on 2 after just a minute gone, so at this rate we'll be about 10 by the end. And if you're at, you gotta remember as well, if you get OT on 10, I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter in this case because we've said more than 11. But you know, if I said more than 10 and you get overtime on 10, then you're guaranteed to go more than 11. Hey, Scrub, what's going on? Scrub, do you still have an infinite sub to my channel? Didn't I give you an infinite sub back in the day? Is that still a thing? You just have it? You do? Yeah, it's so weird, right? I remember that, like when I got, I can't remember what the number was, but I think it was when I got like 500 subs for the first time. They told me I could give out 3 infinite subs, so I gave one to Nightbot, Wrong Way Woody, and Scrub Killer. Oh, shame it wasn't last game. For those of you who said there's going to be a flip reset, Dead Monster's got one here. Wrong game, Dead Monster, but the goals per minute have definitely picked up. We're on track for more than 11 now. Yeah, you're still going to be subbed, mate. It's never going away. You got the broccoli in there. I actually love the April Fool's sub badges. April Fool's Rocket League rank sub badges. They look really, really nice, actually. Dead Monster's got some shots in game 4. Not interested in going the distance here. Moxie wasn't wrong though. He's definitely having a hard time reading Dead Monster. He's having a hard time tricking Dead Monster as well. He's, I think, got a mechanical advantage, albeit a small one. He just needs to really trust himself and nail those mechanics when it matters, like this. 6 goals in 2 minutes. A lot of goals suddenly. Both players flicking really well in this series, it has to be said. A couple of miss here and there, but mostly have been landing. Dead Monster gives Moxie all the space in the world. You don't want to do that when he's flicking like this, Dead Monster. My goodness. So risky, but it's paid off. Oh my. Speaking of risky, Moxie's attempt to dribble the balls to safety has left him completely wide open for the demo from behind. And he's even flipped there to make matters worse, although he kind of had to because he didn't go for the post pinch. Yeah, I reckon he's got a couple of options there. Either go up the back wall with the ball, or pinch it off the post to clear it. Like those are the two things you'll usually see players do. Or, you know, if it's Khaled, he'll just get behind the ball right next to his goal and take a 50-50. But Moxie tried to take it across the net, which is very risky when you don't have any momentum and boost, because how are you going to generate power on the ball without flipping, which is what he did. And of course when you flip, you just telegraph to your opponent exactly where you're going to be, and they can just come back and demo you. So seeing why it didn't work out, it's Moxie now catches Dead Monster in no man's land, carries in another goal. Great turn there by Moxie. Heavy first touch, and he's done that because he's kept an eye on where Dead Monster is. Dead Monster trying to sneak up behind him. Moxie closing the gap that would have been bigger had it not been for the flip reset after the kickoff. Dead Monster's got a sound on that touch, but no contact visibly. Oh, okay, he's almost done goal. My goodness. A lot of saves are going to be needed here, I reckon, in this exchange. Moxie unlikely to go all in when he's got this position. He snipes the top corner sumptuously. Dead Monster playing as carefully as he could, but he did not realize there was a shot coming that quickly. Wow. Really nice control. Yeah, I saw the ghost touch as well, Scrub. It might have been a spectator client thing, because sometimes recently that's been happening. Dead Monster with another strong kickoff. Gets in front again. Moxie actually, I think, had ways to save that one, though. I reckon he had ways to get that. Yeah, that's more than 11, guys. That's more than 11. You can't... the game cannot end without... oh, no, wait, it's not more than 11. It's 11. So you guys need this to go to overtime now, or just 6-5. 11 is not more than 11. You're right. Yep. No, I was stupid because I was thinking this is more than 11 because there has to be another goal, and this would be... Oh, no, wait. No, that's not. Dead Monster putting in work for everybody in chat who voted less than 11 goals, or 11 or less, I suppose. A whole minute, no goals can be scored in that time. Well, I guess one can, but you don't want to see that if you've already voted this. Dead Monster. Oh my goodness, how did he still have his dodge? That was insane. Moxie must have just panicked when he saw that coming at him. He's thinking, okay, Dead Monster's going for a mind game. Oh, there's 11! I didn't expect that one. Dead Monster had full control, but he just left the ball, and Moxie says, thank you very much, I'll take that. So if there's any more goals, a lot of people about to lose their beans. And there's 40 seconds for it. I think there's going to be another goal. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Oh, Moxie gets the boost. Okay. He might not go all in for another goal, to be fair. He's already winning. Okay, he's gone pretty all in there. He's gone pretty all in. The Dead Monster will as well. Flip reset. Off target. Moxie's surely going to be scoring here. Oh, that's devastating. You don't even get to hope for a save. It's just a wide open net and he's dribbling. It's the worst possible 12th goal. Oh, man. I can imagine everybody who voted more than 11 goals would jumping up and jumping for joy at an open net that's just, you know, for the player who's already winning. No one's ever celebrated that goal, a goal like that, as much as you guys did. Devastating for the viewers who voted the other way on that one. Well, I never would have guessed that it would have been that close. So actually, no. Oh, wow. 421,000 beans on no. A lot of you guys really didn't think there would be more than 11 goals, huh? Thought it was more than 12? Well, too bad for you. Learn to read. It was 12 goals. I was thinking about making it more than 12, but the reason I didn't is because then it would be kind of, you know, you get into an overtime and it would be, I guess either way you're going to get into an overtime and it'll be, it'll already be confirmed, wouldn't it? Either way, overtime is going to be like confirmed, no matter what number you do it on, because you know what the game's finishing on. Just lost all your beans for the past 4 years. What? That was the one you decided to put your beans on? Why would you put all your beans on something like that? That was like... that was so random. 1v1 is a game mode where you can get a 1-0. No, maybe not a 1-0, but like, you know, a 3-1 and then a 10-9. Right, King Spectre, do you want to start a Game 5 prediction? I'll leave it up to your own choices. You can go for a who wins if you want, or you can mix it up a little bit. Maybe we could do a... what could we do here? It's another type of prediction that we could do. Open net miss could definitely be a good one for Game 5, because open net misses are more common in Game 5. Ceiling shot? Nah. Nah, it's open net miss, man. You guys are only here for the prediction. You're not even watching the games anymore. You just want that dopamine. Man, the amount of times this series Moxie's been escaping from a demo by the skin of his teeth, or I guess more accurately, the skin on the back of his car. What? Wait, how does he save that? It looked like it might be an own goal, but he gets back to it, knocks it into his own bar from inside his own goal. I've never seen that before. I've never seen somebody coming out of their own net and hitting their crossbar. How has he managed this? Yeah, we'll save the replay on that one. Wow. So yeah, will we have an open net miss? You've got like 10 seconds. Not going to get an open net miss here. Moxie scores it. Yeah, beans on open net miss, yes or no? In Game 5. This is it. This is the last game of the series. What a matchup these two have been for each other. Just goes to show rankings and everything. It's definitely important, but Dead Monster will always be one of those players who's just better in a series for me. Moxie. Oh, crushing dunk off the ceiling. So, you know, whoever said ceiling shot, that would have been it, but look at that. This timing of his arrival couldn't have been any better there. Just straight off the ceiling. Gets to the net just before Dead Monster can get goal side. Your heart says there will be an open net miss. Your mind says no. I love that your heart says there will be an open net miss. Ooh, look at the wall shot from Dead Monster. This is a pretty sick recovery, actually, to set this one up. Look at that. Side flip onto the side wall. Now, why is that special? Why am I talking about it? It's because when you side flip onto the side wall, you land sooner than any other flip in the game. Because you actually only need to wait 270 degrees of your car's rotation before your wheels are back down on the ground. So if you want to quickly flip to move the ball one way and then also have a flip to move it another way immediately, side flips onto the sidewall are the way to do it. Really, it's a really effective move that you don't need to learn any like fancy mechanic to do. Just get the ball on top of your car, get next to the wall, side flip, and then you know, before the other team can react a lot of the time, you've got another flip ready to go. Great moves there. Dead Monster's case, of course, he's just shooting because he's a pro, and his second flip is a goal. That's more rare. That's harder to do. Moxie gets some space with the demo and uses it to force a bottom corner diving save from the Italian. Dead Monster, a bit too close to the sun on this one. He's getting burned. He's really going for the demo. Wants maximum ball pressure and car pressure. Moxie dominating the boost battle. That boost's about to spawn though. Dead Monster gets it as it spawns. What a turnaround that is. Missed an open net? I don't think that was an open net. We've saved the replay. We could decide. I don't think it was. Reset for Dead Monster. Equalizes. I don't think that was open. I got it saved. I don't think that was an open net. I don't think it was an open net miss. Dead Monster bumped him. I don't think it was open. We'll look back. Alright, what you want me to say instead of close to the sun get burned? You want me to get all theological on you? I'll pull some lyrics out of Dave's new album. Or no, his old album, I should say, not the new one. So he's got a new one this year. He's straight out of Greek mythology. He's close to a sound like Icarus. Type 1 in chat if you get it. Oh, there's definitely no miss. Oh, he did it. Moxie. And Dead Monster's missed one as well. I don't believe it. 2 open net misses. Wait. What was the phrase? What was the text? Will we have an open net miss? Oh, now there's going to be drama because is two open net misses? Are 2 open net misses? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. My mind's blown. Did 2 open net misses count as an open net miss, or is an open net miss 1? Moxie might miss another one here. He's really being so careful. That's the most careful open net. yeah, 2 is. I know. I'm not gonna say no on 2. That's not no. It's yes. Will we have an open net miss? Yes. That was definitely an open net miss. Yes. I wanted to make all of you panic really quickly who voted yes, thinking, no, it can't have been taken away from us with another open net miss. That's insane. So, again, the majority of chat losing their beans here. That was closer. That was 48% of you getting that one right. That's crazy. It's not often we get like multiple predictions going completely wrong for Twitch chat. Moxie in full control meanwhile, final minute. He's got the boost, he's got ball control. Then Monster just missed mid. He's hiding behind the ball pretty well here. You see that he thought about a reverse challenge because he knows that there's a good chance Moxie can't clearly see him from that position. But you've got to remember, Moxie's very good at flicking his camera look right or left to just see you around the ball. Dead Monster with the demo. And another quick transition. Back within 1. What are we doing up here nearly ceiling? What's going on here with the spectator client? How are we up there? Get back down. 1 goal in it. Another game that's going to go pretty close to that 11 goal mark actually. Dead Monster will probably go for this with the amount of time that he's got left. Resets have been good this series and they still are. Dead Monster ties it again. He has been really impressive today with his consistency in the air. I talked about this before the series started. He is absolutely leveling up into another kind of beast in offense these days. Oh wow, Moxie wanted to bump Dead Monster. He's actually helped him. He just bumped him into the ball. Now he's got to watch out. Dead Monster coming in hot for the demos. Not about going for another one. Moxie needs to calm down here. He's got the ball. His flick is doing work. But you can't keep letting Dead Monster back into the play like this. Dead Monster will score on you if you do. And a careless exchange for Moxie has given Dead Monster the lead. He could have beaten Dead Monster to that ball. He could have just jumped. But he didn't expect Dead Monster to go. Just got the read wrong, and he says, I'm definitely not made to win a series in this channel. I think he has won a series in this channel before. Didn't he beat OSM 3-0? I think he did. I think OSM's in the chat. Sorry, OSM. Oh, like, here you go, Moxie. This is your moment. Oh, he's just killed the dribble, though. That's a terrible first touch. I'll be completely honest with you. And just like that, he has lost, but only by 1. GG's, though. Really good series by these two. I think Moxie has won on my channel before. Pretty sure he has. I think he beat OSM, and then he's lost to Dead Monster. I think he's lost to Luis and lost to Drally, and now lost to Raziers as well. I think he's lost a few, but they've all been like really close. I still think Moxie's top tier, and Dead Monster likewise. These guys are like maybe not the absolute top tier, but the tier right below. You know, they're right there below the 1v1 gods. You know, your Jack Joria's Khaled trifecta in Europe. I think Moxie, Dead Monster are right below that. Yeah, thanks to both these guys for playing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like I said earlier, going to try and get another show match in the go right now as well. Did Luis play Moxie? Oh no, Ashley played Moxie, and Ashley I think beat him. It wasn't Luis, it was Ashley. Let me look. I'm going to look at my channel right now. Let me look at my YouTube channel. Yeah, so Drally beat Moxie 3-2. Moxie beat OSM 3-0. Razier's beat Moxie, I think 3-1 or something. And I think Ashley beat him 3-2 as well. So that might be... I think he's played 5 and he's won 1 of them. Yeah, Ashley beat Moxie in game 5. That was super close though. That was a great series. I think Razier's beat him 3-1, didn't he? Or was it 3-0? Oh no, it's 3-0. Razier's actually just popped off. Yeah, he went game 5. Game 5 with Ashley, game 5 with Drally. Game 5 today with Dead Monster.